This time, we will cover commercial facilities in Umeda, Osaka, a bustling town in Japan. These are two commercial facilities called Ima and Breeze. Speaking of Umeda, Osaka, it is a place where many people gather in Osaka regardless of the day of the week. However, the two commercial facilities we will cover this time are different. People are not many people at any time. Moreover, there are many vacant units, which is very noticeable. Why has it become such a situation? This time, I will briefly talk about the redevelopment of Umeda, focusing on the introduction of these two commercial facilities. On this channel, we will continue to create a lot of videos that everyone can enjoy, so please subscribe to the channel. With that said, I think we should head to Ima first. You can go directly to the second basement floor of Ima from Diamore Osaka, one of the underground malls in Umeda. As soon as you enter, there is a large vision set up, and the entrance is also gorgeous, so you can't believe that this commercial facility is empty. A floor guide is on the left. Although I heard that it was a commercial facility and visited it, there are many tenants, such as beauty clinics. I already have a bad feeling, but I will show you the appearance and tell you the overview of this commercial facility. Ima is a commercial facility located in this position of the Umeda area. As I mentioned earlier, it is directly connected to the underground mall called Diamore Osaka. The three lines of Hankyu, Hanshin, and Osaka Metro, which are around the Umeda area, are all accessible and you can reach from any station in about 5 to 10 minutes. The building has 2 basement floors and 13 above-ground floors. From the second basement floor to the 6th above-ground floor, it operates as a general commercial facility. From the 7th to the 13th floor, there is a cinema called T-Joy Umeda. It opened in April 2002, so it's been about 20 years. It doesn't feel like an old building at all. Ima is located in what's known as the Umeda Diamond District, which is in 1-chome Umeda Kita Ward, Osaka City, Osaka Prefecture. This district includes the Hilton Osaka Hotel and the Osaka Marubiru building, which is currently being dismantled. There are multiple office buildings, and it has become a place where company employees gather after work. There are buildings like Osaka Ekimai 1st to 4th buildings. As for why it's called the Diamond District, it's because it's surrounded by 3 major streets. The Pentagonal District resembles a diamond, and it was the most expensive place in Osaka at the time of redevelopment. From past achievements, this place can be said to be prime land in Osaka. With that said, let's go into the facility quickly. The second basement floor is occupied by Starbucks and the rest are beauty-related tenants. This Starbucks is probably the least crowded in the Umeda area, so I recommend it. Please try to go there when you want to go to Starbucks but can't find a seat. You can sit with a high probability. Next is the first basement floor, but if you take the escalator up, there are 2 apparel tenants. These 2 are the only apparel tenants in Ima right now. When it first opened, it focused on fashion, and there are also famous select shops such as Beams and United Arrows. There also used to be a number of select shops that I personally love, but right now this view is very sad. Next is the first floor. Commercial facilities are generally busy on the first floor, but this Emma is not like that at all and is very quiet. The facility itself is very elegant and stylish. Originally, it opened as a stylish commercial facility with many apparel brand tenants. You could say what's left now is a remnant of that, but I really like it. The second floor is occupied with the tenant open house from real estate company, so let's quickly move on to the third floor. The third floor is also filled with tenants, but they were all beauty clinics. Just to let you know in advance, the third and fourth floors are occupied by beauty clinics and salons, so I'll talk something a bit different. This property has changed owners 5 times in just the past 20 years since its opening without any major changes. There was even a time when the owner changed after only 9 months, which made me feel that there was something seriously wrong. With that said, I went up to the 5th floor. This place is a restaurant street on the brink of closing down. Originally, this restaurant street used to be on both the 5th and 6th floors, but now it has been reduced to only the 5th floor. Moreover, there are only 2 stores currently in operation. The restaurant floor's information board indicated that 3 stores were operating, but the website of IMA only listed 2 stores as operating, so L guessed that Luex Tajimaya has already closed. Furthermore, the attempt to attract restaurant tenants seems to have ended in failure, which is why there was a private sauna right next to the restaurant. The rest are all vacant tenants. Looking from the elevator in the middle, one side is all vacant tenants, which is quite desolate. The 6th floor used to be the restaurant street, but now is occupied by a preparatory school and a clinic. The floors above are a cinema, so I'll skip the introduction, and I feel like it has reached a state where it can no longer be called a commercial facility. If this place can generate enough sales by having clinics and salons inside, it seems fine with them. With that being said, that concludes the introduction of IMA, and I will address the issues of this facility later. Next, I will introduce Breeze. You can go to Breeze from the underground passage that leads out from Diamore Osaka, but this time we will go from above ground. After about a 5-minute walk, you can see it. This tall building is where Breeze is located. The building is called Breeze Tower. The entrance to the facility also gives off a straightforward commercial facility vibe. This is in the Umeda area, located here. It's a commercial facility. It seems to have a unique shape, with one side appearing to be circular, but we'll look at the floor map later. This is where the Osaka Sankei building used to be. The Nishi Umeda project, a business venture, replaced the old Shimatsu building. It opened in 2008. It's still a relatively new commercial facility, being only about 15 years old. Breeze can be accessed from anywhere around this area, but the closest station is Nishi Umeda Station on the Osaka Metro Yotsubashi line. You can also visit Breeze directly from the underground passage from Diamore Osaka. Yeah, the access is slightly inferior to IMA. I mentioned that Nishi Umeda Station is the closest, but it's still a 5-minute walk from there. The building, called Breeze Tower, is a 34-story structure. The commercial facilities, named Breeze, are located on floors 8 through 6 above ground, as well as the 33rd floor. You might wonder what's up with the 33rd floor because this floor is separate from the others, but there is a bar and a wedding hall on this floor. I don't have many friends, and I've never been invited to a wedding, so let's not talk about the wedding hall, but I recommend this bar. They also serve lunch, and there are fewer people, so it's a hidden spot. Please go and try it. Let's go inside then. You can find a very tidy and clean space view. It's not like I'm hating IMA, the previous one, but it's different. Breeze is spacious and has good open space, giving a sense of openness. However, we cannot deny that there are not many people. This open space embodies the concept, which is the surprise is the best omotenashi, and its character Buri-chan is here, which you can lift up its hands with computer control. It seems that they have applied to Guinness as the world's largest marionette with a total length of 12 meters. But if I tried to search on the net, only articles saying application in progress came out, so probably it has not actually been certificated yet. There may be people who think, what are they spending money on? But let's leave that aside for now. However, this ventilated area is amazing. This channel tends to focus on open space, so I definitely have to address it. First of all, we will go up to the second floor. As soon as you go up to the second floor, there is a floor map, so take a look. It's the same as what I saw on Google Maps. It seems that one side of the commercial facility itself has become a circular floor. And to the left of the floor map is an empty tenant. But the other tenants are filled, including a variety store and a famous brand like Atlas, which is famous for its down jacket. The symbol mark of Breeze is based on the letter B of Breeze. It represents a person dancing lightly in the wind. On the left side of the logo, you can see a person dancing lightly in the wind. The decoration of the open space is also meant to reflect the design of wind. The third floor has a studio, co-working space, and an audio store. The main target of this commercial facility is adult women who enjoy daily life in the city while creating their own style. The key concept is to offer an experience that makes them feel more active and energized, while also being enveloped in deep relaxation. It aims to exceed the expectations of visitors, just like I explained when I talked about Burichan. They aim to create a commercial facility that provides surprises, which is the main concept. The concept itself is still listed on the website and has not changed. The shooting day is a holiday, but in reality, there are very few people, let alone adult women, who are originally targeted in the current situation. As a result, several tenants that were originally targeting adult women have closed down, and some remaining tenants have clearly shifted their target away from their original audience. With that said, I reached at the 4th floor. When you go up the elevator, there are drone shops that most adult women probably wouldn't be interested in. This 4th floor is now the floor where the most people gather in Breeze. That's because there are 2 card shops, obviously. It's hard to believe that they are targeting adult women, but I guess it's okay. On this day, a card game tournament was held and more adult otaku than usual gathered. With tenants leaving one after another, it seems there was no other way, but it might be better not to state on the website that they are targeting adult women. Then, onto the 5th floor. I think it used to be mostly occupied with various restaurants, but now only 2 restaurants are operating on one side across the elevator. It seemed to have become a music classroom and a beauty clinic. As I mentioned earlier, isn't this environment on a holiday in Umeda a hidden gem? I don't like places that are too crowded, so I want to stay here all the time. The ceiling is high, there is a decent floor space, and a wide passage is secured, so it's fun to walk around. Finally, we will visit the 6th floor, the top floor apart from Breeze's 33rd floor. This floor also functions as a restaurant street. The 6th floor looks also quiet, but actually all the tenants are filled. There are 3 restaurants in operation and 1 beauty clinic is located. This wall of Italian difficulty. At first glance, it looks like an empty tenant, but actually it is a backyard of Sankei Hall, and so this is a zone that cannot be used anyway. From this floor, you can look down at Burichan's brewing equipment. It's actually a bit scary to think that this is what's holding up Burichan, which is 39.37 feet long, but we'll leave it at that. So that's all for the current status of Breeze. So I've introduced you to 2 commercial facilities, IMA and Breeze. Both are connected through underground passages from Umeda's main attractions, so we can't blame access for their business struggles. So why has it become like this? First of all, let's start with individual problems. IMA, as a commercial facility, has a relatively small 1-floor area, limiting the number of 1-floor tenants. As a customer, it gives the impression that it's hard to shop. Also, there are characteristics of commercial facilities, and with the current state of having a lot of beauty-related tenants, it wouldn't be an exaggeration to say it's just a bit luxurious multi-tenant building. Breeze is too confusing to navigate. I think more people around this area visit the facility from underground, but you have to find a way to go in Breeze between these 2 shops. Since it's the entrance where most people use, I wish they would make the entrance a little more easy to find and with more decoration. Well, I think there are various circumstances, so I can't insist too much. And the biggest problem that can be said to both IMA and Breeze. There's nothing we can do about it, but in recent years the north side of Osaka Station has been a hot topic. These two commercial facilities are located south of Osaka Station. The redevelopment of the south side of Osaka Station was carried out mainly from the 1970s to the 2000s. On the other hand, the north side of Osaka Station has been ongoing from 2010 to 2024. Multiple commercial facilities such as Lukwa Osaka, Grand Front Osaka, and Links Umeda have opened in the area, and also tower mansions have been built. In addition, in the area named Grand Green Osaka, it is planned to create city parks along with mansions, hotels, offices, and commercial facilities. The current situation is that the south side, where redevelopment was completed earlier, is scattered due to the redevelopment of the north side. People like new things, so it can't be helped. By the way, when a commercial facility opens on the north side, many tenants from IMA and Breeze moved in search of locations closer to the popular areas and eventually ended up on the north side. In such a situation, sales at IMA have decreased to 1/3 of the peak time. Even for the cinema on the upper floors, customers are being more attracted to the new cinema on the 11th floor of Lukwa Osaka. But recently, considering it's in the Umeda area, the cinema seems relatively empty, which actually gives it a good reputation. I don't know if it's good or bad. Breeze has not had a major renovation in the past, but it underwent a major renovation in April 2015. It also invites multiple unique fashion brands, mainly popular outdoor brands. They have differentiated ourselves from other facilities in Umeda area. However, they couldn't overcome the impact of the northern redevelopment and customers haven't fully returned. And then, in an attempt to do something about the situation of having only vacant tenants, they invited many tenants such as beauty clinics, and that's where we are now. I have to say, it will be very difficult for IMA and Breeze to change the situation and attract more people in the future. But no matter how new the facilities are, if they are left for more than 15 years, they will inevitably show noticeable deterioration and an outdated feel. However, neither of them feel that way at all, as they are well maintained and necessary areas have been renewed to keep them in good condition. One thing I would like to draw personal attention to is the JP Tower Osaka, a mixed-use tower scheduled to open in the spring of 2024. A commercial facility called Kite Osaka is scheduled to open a little later in this tower in July 2024. This facility is located on the south side of Osaka Station, and if Kite Osaka becomes successful, it could have a positive effect on Breeze, which is closer to the tower. However, even if it gains some momentum due to other urban developments, it will eventually decline. So I hope they will highlight the unique appeal of these two commercial facilities in the Umeda area and revitalize them to their fullest potential. That's all for this video. If you liked this video, I would appreciate it if you could subscribe to the channel and give it a high rating. See you in the next video.